Hi guys, welcome to another Alliance War video. This is the sixth one that I've made. We're looking to pick my team right now. Looks like I'm thinking about going with Dr. Voodoo, Magic, and Archangel. It's a pretty standard setup for me, except for I normally like to bring Bleed Immune for one of my paths, or one of the potential paths that I take sometimes, but it always depends on what my alliance mates do. So I just, decided to go in with these three. The first fight I've got coming up is Phoenix on a recovery node. I always see her on this node. Dr. Voodoo is a really great choice for her because he's able to get that adaptive nullify going, and also her Furies can be nullified. But it looks like I messed up an intercept right at the beginning, got buried. It's not a good start for me. It's a good thing this war turned out to be easier than I expected, because this was a terrible start. And when you get in a terrible start, you just start going down this rabbit hole of thinking you're bad and you're not going to be able to win, and then it doesn't end well. So it looks like I just need to get a few more hits in and she'll be down. There she goes. On a side note, the Alliance War changes are going to be live very soon, so we're all really excited about that. It's going to be hard defenders. I really hope that they hide the defenders again. It's so boring knowing who you're going to fight. It makes it so easy to plan for success. So I'm really hoping that they hide those defenders, but we'll see what they do. At the very least, I'm expecting hard defenders. They're going to be difficult because of the way that scoring is going to be changing. The breakdown of the scoring is quite complicated in the new system, I think. So I'm gonna try and do some scenarios. We'll see what the best strategy is for placement going forward. But this Ironman, he's down. It wasn't too bad. It looks like I had to take one recoil there. I thought I was gonna get a nice crit, but I didn't. But it's nothing too difficult. So moving on, looks like I'm going to take out this Karnak. Karnak, pretty easy defender. He does shrug off stuns slightly faster than a normal person, so if someone has Limber pumped up 5 out of 5, he could be sort of a stun immune defender, but none of his specials really pose a huge problem, and even if he starts hitting you, he doesn't hit like a tank or anything, so the only thing you got to watch out for potentially is that special 2. Other than that, just treat him like normal. Special 1 is one of the easiest in the whole game to avoid. Just a little elbow jab. So he does also have some physical resistance, so I mean, it could take maybe a lot of hits, but other than that, I'm just gonna, there's a special 2. Evading it's not too bad. I remember when that special 2 first came out, I couldn't see the rock that he was shooting, and I just thought it was so hard to evade. And I had to bust out my 3-star Nightcrawler to get through that chapter, because Nightcrawler evades a little bit easier than other champions. But those are the old days, the days where evading was actually seemed like an impossible thing. Now people are evading. I saw somebody evade the Collector Special 2 today. Oh my god, I might have to jump back in there and see if that's possible. Not with a SpiderMan or a Nightcrawler. He did it with an Archangel, so that's interesting. But I'm using my special 3 here only because I don't want to deal with recoil, because I took those hits from Phoenix and I really wanted to see if I can get my hit points back, and it looks like it's working so far. I was able to regen all the way up to like 90%. This is before the percent bars are displayed. I took this footage. Most of the Alliance War footage I grab, I record is done actually right in my bed, because it's right before I go to bed as I do my path, and I'm too lazy to walk out to the computer and plug it in and record with my voice as well. So just some background info on that. And then some of the other footage I do is usually when I'm at work. Like this, for example, would be when I'm at work. So I'm thinking about going towards the Rhino. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm about to make a terrible decision right here. So I'm thinking I need to go to the immunity mini boss. That's usually my thought process here. And then I'm thinking, oh, it's Rhino. He's got a high health pool. if I just take Archangel, my biggest damage dealer on this team, I'll just melt right through him. But there's one thing I forgot. He's bleed immune. He's got a node underneath the links that I didn't read. That means I'm not going to be able to do anything to him except just hit him for, looks like 153 light attacks and 238 mediums. Oh my god. So I'm just thinking, okay, well, I'll just treat this like a mini boss. I'll just keep pummeling him, see if I can get him down. And yeah, sorry I have to put you guys through this because it is a long fight. Take some block damage, bait that special 2, go back in. I'm going to be hitting special 3s because he also has limber, so I want to limit the amount of stuns I use. So I'm going to be using stuns to do power control. I'm going to want to use them so that I can push him to 1 or 2 bars of power. If you can't bleed, that's kind of what you got to deal with. So you can see I just pushed him to 2 and then some more bars of power, and then I can go through a special baiting chain. You know, what would have been better right there is if I had baited the special 1 twice rather than switch him to a special 2, but you know, these are things you see in hindsight. That's why watching these videos back is actually really good for me, I think I'm learning a little bit about tactics to use in Alliance War and fighting on some of these different types of fights. But you can see Rhino sucks as a defender. This is a worst case scenario for Archangel, and he's doing fine. So I gotta say, I'm not too impressed with the good goods 455 Rhino here. If it is a 455, it might be a 345. Playing as with Rhino on offense, I think, is actually a whole different story. I think he might actually be a pretty fun Alliance War attacker for a lot of different reasons. You know, he's got the unstoppable free intercepts, occasional block break on those really defensive characters like Mordo. Yeah, I don't know. If someone's brave enough to have 455 him, I know some people have 455 Rhinos. They could give it a try. I think he'd be a good AW attacker. But anyway, Rhino's almost down. I think it's going to be 1 more special 3. Get that long stun off. And he should be dead. Well, looks like 20, maybe 15 seconds or so. It's coming down to the wire, isn't it? Archangel's got such a cool special 3. And there he goes. What a drag. So, let's see, coming up now, I've got a tech Spidey. I'm thinking, I'm going to check the immunities on this one. Oh, yes, he's immune. So let me bring in my Magic, who doesn't really care about immunities. Let's see what she can do. So, start off with a nice little intercept there. SpiderMan does hit hard, so he's going to be giving me some block damage, but he's also really squishy, so I can do the same to him. My strategy with Spider-Man is always to bait the special 1. I can't yet reliably evade his special 2, so I tend to avoid that. But his heavy attack's also easy to bait out. He likes to throw it pretty quickly. So there it is. Go back, come back in. Oh, I should have gone in there. There we go. I don't know why. It looks like I'm probably having some finger issues. I don't know why I'm not going in. Oh, I wanted to reboot him because this is what I wanted to do. Boom. Sometimes I have some good ideas. But anyway, guys, that's it for the fighting, I think. To be honest, we didn't end up going for any of the bosses. I was going to wait for this Ultron to be dropped, but I didn't need to. The war ended exactly as you see it now. I think maybe a few more nodes were taken out, but we ended up winning. So I might jump into the finish screen real quick. Okay, guys, so here you can see we won the war. Battle groups 1 and 2 got their clears. We didn't get ours, but it didn't matter. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care.